Today on Direct Sales Diaries, this here's a jam for all the direct sellers out there like me who have had their heart broken into a million pieces by their direct selling company, but still have hope in the industry and are just not sure where to go from here. So I'm going to be talking today about 7 reasons why you, like me, should stick with this thing. Despite heartbreak, despite having a bad experience, despite things not going your way or a big pivot, direct sales is really an incredible opportunity. And it's an incredible business model when you really understand what it is, when you understand how to do it. And it's going to give you more leverage and a better opportunity than your 9-to-5 job. Okay. So there I was in 2024, spring of 2024, when I received a phone call from our then CEO letting me know that our direct selling company, whom I'd been partnered with for about 8 years, was going to be discontinuing their direct selling platform, meaning that the team that myself, along with my top leaders, had built together, a team of like 25,000 people, a team that was moving over $100 million in product almost year after year, and a team, frankly, that was paying me millions of dollars in residual leveraged income every year was going away. As you can imagine, it was an absolutely shocking and heartbreaking experience for me and for many thousands of my team members to hear this news and to experience the feelings of doubt, fear, uncertainty, anger, betrayal, interestingly, gratitude. It was really, really, really hard. And if you, like me, have lost your business in the last year or in the past few years because your company decided to change its business model, or if you've decided to leave the direct selling profession because you just didn't have a good experience at your previous company, be it the company culture, the products you decided weren't a good fit for you, were no longer in alignment with your belief system, your values. Maybe you had an upline that you had a falling out with or didn't get along with. There's a lot of reasons why people will step back from the network marketing profession, whether it was taken away from you, like that happened to me, or whether you decided to leave, but you still like the industry and you still understand somewhat how powerful it is. You maybe like to be involved, but you're just not sure you have the heart, might, mind, and strength to go on or to do it, rebuild it all over again. This podcast episode, this training is going to be for you, because hopefully by the end of the next 25 minutes or so, you're going to have a lot of reasons why you should stick it out, why you should stick around, and why network marketing and direct sales is the best chance you've got, the best chance the average everyday gal like me has got to create truly leveraged residual long-term powerful income. Okay? So, first things first, I believe that direct sales is a better opportunity than a traditional job. Okay. I want to challenge the way you might be thinking about how you earn money. In a traditional job, most people are salaried, or they might even be hourly workers where they show up, they put in their 8 hours, they take their 1 hour lunch, and they get their paycheck every Friday, every other Friday, right? We love us some Justin Timberlake. Friday night just got paid. Okay. They show up 9 to 5 over and over and over. They're commuting. They're going back and forth to a job that they probably don't love, hoping to climb that corporate ladder and to make more money and maybe even become financially free by the time they retire at 65. Well, in direct sales, there is a better way. Okay. Direct sales, you're going to get paid for your effort, not for your time. Okay. This is a challenge for a lot of people. We're going to talk more about that in just a second. But to start in direct sales, you're going to have a low startup cost, which is really different than a traditional business or even a traditional franchise. Sometimes people look at direct sales and they're like, That's like a business in a box. And it really, really is. Direct sales is like a miniature franchise. It's a mini business in a box. It comes with everything you need to be successful most of the time. That's going to speak to a little bit of what you should look for in a direct selling company, which, if you want to know more about that, check out my previous episodes because I did do a training on 9 things you need to know before you get started in a direct selling company. Okay, but here's an example. Brick and mortar franchise. Let's take McDonald's, for instance. You would need, I'm referring to my notes here so I don't mess up the numbers, 500,000 to $2.5 million, somewhere in that zone. You would need to secure, either you'd need to have it liquid or you would need to find an investor or get a business loan to invest in your very own McDonald's franchise. That includes a $45,000 franchise fee, equipment costs, inventory, at least $100,000 to $250,000 in working capital for your first few months just to keep the lights on and pay your employees. And you're not even really guaranteed success with a brick and mortar business. Now, let's compare that to network marketing. Most companies let you start in their company for just a couple $100. Okay. The company that I got started with, my first company was up to $400, was the most you could possibly spend to get the most product possible. The company I'm with right now, you can get started for $50, guys. Hello? $50. Okay. You can have in 10 minutes for $50. You can have a website that's tied to you that's going to keep your residual customers forever, that you can start building an organization with and start marketing a product instantly. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. So you also, with a traditional business, you have to invest pretty much your blood, sweat, and tears for a full-time job type of commitment for a very long time until that investment starts to return a profit. In direct sales, I've heard this before and I really love the principle. Your direct sales job, guys, is going to be your 5 to 9. It's not going to be your 9 to 5. It's going to be your 5 to 9. This is going to be the side hustle. This is going to be the thing that you do when you have time, energy, and bandwidth outside of your regular life and your regular responsibilities so that you can at least spend some of your time building your dream instead of building someone else's dream. More on that in just a second. Okay. So Bob Heilig, a favorite trainer of mine, says network marketing is the most accessible path to entrepreneurship because it removes one of the biggest barriers. That is high costs and high risk. With network marketing, you have a low cost. You have low risk. The very first time I signed up with a direct selling company 3 companies ago, more than 10 years ago, my dad said to me, well, actually, what's the best case scenario? What happens? Which is a fun take on the worst case scenario. What's the worst that could happen? He actually asked me what's the best thing that could happen. And I looked around and I go, well, the best case scenario, I end up with a lot of really cool product that I'm really excited about for like half the price. And there were a bunch of other potential best case scenarios, right? That was going to go along with that. But just to start you off, get your wheels turning, worst case scenario, most people end up with some really cool products from the company they're partnering with that they want to use anyway. And they got it at a discount. Are you kidding me? That is a great deal. So high cost, high risk in traditional business versus low cost, low risk in direct sales and network marketing. Okay. Thing number 2, unlimited earning potential versus your fixed salaries. This speaks to what I was mentioning at our opening of this show. You do not have an hourly wage in direct sales. Now, I could do a whole training on just this principle alone. This is where some people get stuck. In fact, this is where a lot of people get stuck. Having trained thousands of people and grown organizations for a decade, I will tell you that it becomes difficult to be doing a lot of work and be seeing a small result at the beginning. But that's the beauty of owning your own business. That's the beauty of entrepreneurship. It's going to be high work at the beginning with minimal payback. But over time, those two things are going to invert and you're going to have a minimal amount of work with high payback down the road. And when people are at the beginning of their journey in direct sales, it's really hard for them to stay the course, right? Because they're like, I'm doing lots of work and I'm not a millionaire yet, right? And people are like, I thought this was supposed to be easy. I thought this was supposed to be fun. And you're like, yeah, it is easy. It is fun, but every day is going to have hard days, right? People run into those barriers, whether it's in their own mind, whether it's people in their world who are poo-pooing on their exciting new chapter that they're starting. There's a million reasons why people are going to stop or slow down. One of those reasons is they are used to showing up a little bit and getting a little bit, showing up a little bit and getting a little bit. And it takes a bit of a mindset shift to invert those two things. So, I want to challenge your thinking on the way that you're earning money. Are you investing high in the way that you're spending your time now in order to have a high payoff down the road? Or are you investing a little bit, kind of doing the bare minimum at a salaried or hourly job to also be getting a little bit, just a bare minimum? Nobody wants to live on the bare minimum for the rest of their lives. And no one's going to become independently wealthy that way either. So, forget about a set salary. In direct sales, you can earn as much as you want. Your income is based on your effort, it's based on your leadership, and most importantly, your income is going to be based on your ability to help others succeed in the business. That's a little thing we like to call duplication, and I will do another training on duplication in the future, so stick with me here. Now, one of my favorite trainers in the industry, his name is Eric Worre. He wrote a big book on direct sales. He used to do these big in-person conferences, which I've gone to a few times. He says you can work for a company for 4 years and still not achieve financial freedom. But in network marketing, if you're willing to work, you can compress decades of earning into just a few years. And that is because of the power of duplication and leveraged income. So that is one of my favorite things about this business. Number 3, time freedom versus the 9-to-5 trap. Now, we touched on this briefly a moment ago, but do you want to be stuck in traffic every morning, working a 9-to-5 job that you might not even enjoy? Most jobs are going to require that trade. But in network marketing, once you build your team, once you build your customer base that's happy and that wants to come back and continue to buy stuff from you for even years on end, your income is residual. Once you build an organization of miniature yous, okay? If you duplicate yourself in the direct selling profession, haven't you ever wanted to duplicate yourself before? How many times have you wished, well, I wish there were 10 of me running around? What would your life look like if there were 25,000 of you running around? All making just one simple Instagram post a day, or all putting, makeup on one face a day, or all giving a mini facial to one person a day, or helping one person get healthy, one person a day times 25,000. What's that going to look like in your business? Okay. So once you build that team, once you build that customer base, again, high work at the beginning for high payoff down the road, you will create a passive income, which means you're going to get paid whether you showed up to work that day or not, whether you commuted to the office that day or not, whether you were traveling on a plane, sleeping because you're sick in bed, or doing whatever else in your life that you want to do. And it's okay. You're still going to get paid because you have the leveraged income that direct sales got for you. Okay. Number 4, no boss, no employees, no limits. Having a boss, want to remind you, if you are working a job right now where you have a boss, anybody who's in charge of you whatsoever, okay, you're building someone else's dream. Someone out there had a dream and said, I want to have my own fried chicken restaurant. That just came to mind because my daughter Stella, who is 18 years old almost, she works at Chick-fil-A. Okay. Someone, Dan Cathy, I think his name is, had a dream long ago that he wanted to have his own fried chicken sandwich restaurant. Okay. And every time Stella shows up to work, she is helping him and his family and their legacy build their dream of having an incredible Chick-fil-A thriving business in the United States and who knows, all over the world. I don't know what their plans are, but you get my point. Okay. So when you work for yourself, you are building your own dream. No one's going to tell you when you have to show up to work, when you're allowed to take a vacation, or how much you can earn. Okay, they're not going to say this is the minimum wage in California. Enjoy your $20.75 an hour. Okay, no one's going to be able to say that. It allows you to be your own boss. You don't need to hire employees. You don't need to worry about payroll, benefits, overhead costs, litigation. My husband happens to be a labor and employment attorney. He helps employers with litigation problems all the time, especially here in Southern California. Okay. Everyone wins by working together in direct sales, but you are not responsible, especially financially, for anyone else except for yourself. And that's actually kind of magical, guys. Okay. That speaks to the low risk that we talked about earlier also. Okay. Number 5, a built-in success system. If you started a McDonald's franchise, you'd have to go through 12 to 18 months of training before they would even allow you to open your doors for business. Okay. So with direct selling, you're not going to have that. You are going to have a trainer. You're going to have a mentor, provided you choose your trainer wisely and your mentor wisely. You're going to have someone hold your hand and help you, and a company that's going to handle all the risk for you. Okay. The company is going to handle taking on all the investment risk of buying products. The company is going to handle dealing with the employees. The company is going to handle guaranteeing the products, making sure they arrive to your customers in one piece. And if they don't, it's on the company to replace those products. Okay. So Rob Sperry, a highly respected trainer in the direct selling profession, calls network marketing a business in a box. Okay. And that's really, really what it is. It's a business in a box. And when you partner with a really good, high quality company with great vision, great products that you are in alignment with, and you have a mentor who's willing and ready to help you grow and help you learn the ropes of this new business, you will be off to the races in your new dream. Okay. So upline matters. That's going to be a training for another day too. Number 6, you get to have a global business from home in direct sales. If you open a McDonald's franchise in your hometown, guess what? You're going to have one McDonald's franchise in your hometown forever. That's it. Unless you want to do it all over again and open more franchises in other cities and towns all over the world, which you certainly could do if you had that kind of investment capital, right? Or time. However, in direct selling, you can build a global business from your phone. You can build a global business from the palm of your hand. You can build a global business from your home office, from your couch, from your car, from wherever you like to work. Because while a brick and mortar business is going to keep you stuck in a single place, or a brick and mortar job is going to keep you showing up to one single place for the rest of your career, in network marketing, you can sell products all over the world. As long as your company has a presence and is legally allowed to do business in those countries, so can you. And with literally just a switch on your website, or even websites are so smart, browsers are so smart nowadays that someone in the United Kingdom opens up my website, it's going to automatically change. It's going to say this person's from the UK, and this website that Amanda took 10 minutes to set up when she spent $50 to join this direct selling company, I got to make sure I change all my pricing, make sure I'm shipping to the UK, make sure my taxes are taxing in the UK, and all the rest. You can have a direct selling business all over the world from the very comfort of your own home. And that's pretty incredible. Okay, number 7, this is our last one, the power of passive income. I want to circle back to that beautiful word, the magic word in direct selling called duplication. I feel like a rainbow should have just appeared above me, like the more you know, duplication. Okay. That's when you go and you duplicate yourself 25,000, 50,000, 100,000 times. Okay. And if you are living paycheck to paycheck right now, network marketing will give you the ability to build passive income, meaning you will continue earning even if you are not showing up for work every day. Okay. Think of it like this: a job, trading time for money. That's my 18-year-old taking her order at Chick-fil-A. It's her pleasure. Okay. It's great. She's 18. Number two, a franchise. It's a step up. No hate on the franchises out there, but it's a high investment, it's a high risk, and it could be several years before you turn a profit. And number three, direct sales. Low investment, low risk, and the ability to build residual income in just a few years. You can duplicate yourself, you can duplicate your efforts, you can compress all of that work and magnify it in a short amount of time, getting you to a place of financial freedom much faster than you otherwise would. Okay, so here's my real question for you as we wrap up today's episode. What do you want your life to look like in the next 5 years? In the next 10, 20, 25, 30 years? What do you want your life to look like on the day that you retire? You can continue down a traditional path where you are trading time for money, working for someone else, hoping for a raise, dealing with office politics, commuting, and all the rest. Or you can start chipping away at your dream. You can, after your 9 to 5 every day, you can lean in to your 5 to 9, to your hours where you're going to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to learn while you earn. In this business, it is a new business. Most people who get started in this business have no experience. That's why it's really important to choose a team, choose a mentor that's going to be able to show you how to succeed in this business. But the traditional path is going to have you working for someone else where you have an opportunity to work for yourself, and you can start small. You could start today. You can start small. You can start an hour a day. You can start an hour a week. And you can slowly but surely build something just for you that's going to magnify your earning potential, minimize the time and money trade, and help you maximize your lifestyle, okay, for your goals and your dreams. So to wrap this up, I just want to leave you with this, some fact checking. If you are heartbroken by your company, if you are heartbroken by an upline, if you are heartbroken by a bad experience that you had in the industry, but you're still kind of like, why am I feeling drawn to this industry? Or you're asking yourself, what else should I do? And you're thinking about coming back. Here's a few interesting numbers for you. This is as of this year, okay, as of 2025. The global direct selling industry continues to thrive, guys. One company changing their comp plan doesn't mean the industry is dead. I want to remind you of that. Just because one company, your company or your friend's company, or if you saw a few companies decide to sell out their field, right, and change their model and kind of leave everybody kind of wondering, scratching their heads, what are we doing? That doesn't mean the industry is dead. That doesn't mean there's no place for you in this industry. And here's why. Because the global network marketing industry continues to thrive, with sales, okay, global sales, reaching approximately 180 billion. This is a 180 billion plus dollar industry. The United States remains the largest market for network marketing, followed closely by China and Japan, both of which have millions upon millions of active consultants and distributors. Okay, the United States is the global leader in direct sales, contributing over 40 billion a year to the global industry, followed by China and Germany. So if you're American and you're listening to me right now, you are in the perfect place. You are in the Mecca for this business. It's not going anywhere. It's been around 100 years. There are amazing benefits to this business. Do not give up on the business. Okay? Do not give up on you. This is what we do. This, as marketers, this is what we do. This is what we love. We love connecting with people. We love serving people. We love growing our communities and growing our teams and helping them win, because we all know that that's how you win in direct sales, is when you help other people win. It's a beautiful thing. So don't let one bad experience turn your world upside down. Don't let it take a beautiful thing away from you that is this profession. Okay. So, in my career, getting started in direct sales has been one of the best career decisions that I've ever made. And while direct sales is not perfect, and while the companies, like any other company on planet Earth, are not always perfect and they never will be, neither will you, neither will the people, neither will anything always be perfect. Well, it's not perfect, guys. It's better. And for all those 7 reasons and more, I really, really hope you'll consider sticking around and continuing to pursue your dreams in the profession. Find a company you're in alignment with, find a mentor who you feel connected with, and keep going after your dreams. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me on this one today.